I love it when people say Facebook is dead. I don't know why they say that though. And I love it because it makes me giggle. But honestly, I think Facebook groups are one of the biggest untapped opportunities for organic visibility, relationship marketing, email list growth, and warm leads in 2026. And today I'm going to show you exactly why. I really believe this year, 2026, the businesses that grow and are successful are not going to be the ones that are screaming the loudest online. They're going to be the businesses building the deepest relationships, the most connections. We're watching people become more disconnected online while simultaneously craving connection now more than ever. Are you seeing that too? I'm seeing people be really tired of being sold to constantly. They're tired of perfect, polished content. I know I am. They're tired of transactional marketing instead of relational marketing. They're tired of endless funnels that have no humanity and too many upsells and AI generated everything that doesn't seem to have any personality behind it. And because of that, conversations matter now more than ever. Relationships matter now more than ever, and so does community. Visibility by itself, content by itself, no longer enough in 2026. You can have views, you can go viral, you can have followers, you can have likes, and still have no clients. Trust me, I have worked with people that this has happened to. One of the ladies I worked with, 500,000 followers on Instagram, making no money. It happens because people buy from people they feel connected to. This is why relationship marketing is becoming one of the most important business skills in 2026. And honestly, this is incredible news for small business owners like us because now the advantage goes back to the humans. So thank you, AI, for that. The warm people, the kind people, the helpful people, the people willing to actually talk to you and build a relationship. And there's one place online that still creates opportunities for that better than anywhere else, and it's Facebook groups. So let's talk about the biggest mistake people are making. They're assuming Facebook is dead. Meanwhile, business owners like me quietly building entire businesses there every single day, specifically inside Facebook groups, because let's talk through this. No other platform, even I know there's LinkedIn groups, they don't function the same way. I know there's communities on Mighty Network, Circle, Heartbeat. They do not have the engagement. No other platform with a community like a Facebook group creates the same opportunity for ongoing visibility, repeated exposure, trust building, conversations, community, networking. Need I go on? Let's add on referrals, collaborations, and relationship depth. Instagram is fast. LinkedIn is more polished, more authority driven. Threads, I don't even know about that one. I think I'm not even on it. I have a Threads account because somebody told me to get one. Am I on it? I am not. I don't know how it works. Substack is fantastic for written nurture content. But Facebook groups, they still feel like gathering spaces because people talk there. People ask questions there. People look for support there. People are celebrating their wins there. They're also admitting their struggles there. And that creates something that marketers like us can't fake, and it's trust. So I want you to think about this. Most people do not buy from you the first time they see you. They just don't. They can't go from zero to let me hand you $3,000 when you just met. Most people are quietly watching for a very long time. They're reading comments. They're watching how you interact, the words you use. They're seeing how often you help other people, whether you feel safe as a human being to connect with, and whether you even do sound human rather than AI. And Facebook groups give people repeated opportunities to experience that with you. One thing I teach constantly is this: networking as foundational to every single business. I don't care if you're online or local. I don't care if you're selling coaching or candles, you're online virtual like I am with a global audience, or you've got a brick and mortar. Relationships grow businesses. People, human beings grow businesses with other people. Always have, always will. And Facebook groups are one of the easiest networking opportunities available to us because the room already exists. The people are already there. Your ideal clients are already there. Your potential collaboration partners are already there. Your referral partners are already there. You don't have to build the room. You just have to find it and walk into the room and participate as a kind, warm human being. So when it comes to Facebook groups and executing the strategy for visibility and list growth and leads, let's talk about what I recommend. I have been doing this for years. This is one of the things that I am known for. I want you to choose 2 to 3 groups to be intentional in. Now listen, be better than me. When I first started out with this strategy, I got really excited and overzealous, and I found 10 or 15 Facebook groups to join, and before I knew it, I was swimming in too much stuff and feeling overwhelmed. Don't do that. Don't choose 47 groups. Choose 2 to 3 groups that look like good ones for you. Now, honestly, you're going to have to try a few of these on. It's kind of like finding a great pair of jeans. You've got to go into the store, try on probably 10 pair, and figure out which ones you're going to go home with, right? So pick 2 or 3 that look good and try them out. You want to look at groups where your ideal clients are hanging out. You also want to look at groups where potential collaboration partners are hanging out. And if those same people can be found in the same group, bingo for you. That's amazing. Then what you want to do is you want to turn your notifications on for the group. You want to learn the culture of the group, get the lay of the land, the vibe, read the rules, observe everything first, understand how people interact in there. My team and I actually organize our groups inside a free Trello board so that I can easily know which groups matter most. I can get the link to the group right there. The rules, I can copy them and paste them right there. I can look at the promotion opportunities, the recurring engagement threads, things like that. I can put all that into a Trello board. You could put it into a Google Sheet. And here's a place where people mess up with this. I do not want you doing this. Do not enter a Facebook group thinking, how fast can I get clients? Because back in the day when I was in sales, we called that commission breath. And people can smell it a mile away, and they can feel that energy a mile away if someone's just trying to get clients, right? And be a taker. No, we want to be a giver. Givers gain. You've heard that a million times. We need to enter the room thinking, how can I become valuable here? The goal is not to walk into a room and immediately pitch yourself. You wouldn't walk into a Rotary lunch or a chamber lunch or some in-person business event and just spray shotgun your business cards all over the room. That would be weird. And then walk out. Can you imagine that visual? That's hilarious. But no, you wouldn't do that. So don't walk into the room and immediately pitch yourself, because what we're doing in these rooms, in these groups, is we're looking for relationship building. We're looking for visibility. We're wanting to build credibility, build trust, build familiarity with our name. We're building a reputation. And this is one of my favorite strategies because it removes the pressure and awkwardness that you might feel around self-promotion. Just think, you don't have to do that in a Facebook group. So let's say I'm in a Facebook group with my ideal clients and somebody says, how are you growing your email list right now? I could say something like, this is such a common challenge. I help my clients and students with this all the time. And one thing I've seen work really well is, and then give actual value, give some tips on growing the list. And that phrase alone subtly communicates that I have expertise, that people pay me, and that I help other people get results. I haven't had to say, I'm an expert, hire me. I haven't had to say anything like that. And what you're doing is you're showcasing your expertise through your service. And honestly, that's what converts best now anyway, right? Doesn't that feel better than somebody just walking up to you and going, I know you have a problem and I can solve it, and here's my business card. It reminds me of those I am sorry if you are one of these people and somebody taught you this strategy, those horrible YouTube experts who keep emailing me, telling me these are the 10 things that are wrong with your YouTube channel, and they're circling them and they're pointing arrows at them and they're pointing it all out, and then they're saying, hire me, I can help you. I'm over here going, you just walked in the room and told me my YouTube channel is terrible. Why would that is not the way to start a relationship, right? So let's talk through some examples of posts that you can create inside the Facebook groups that are not promotional at all. You could give a quick tip, and you could ask everybody else at the end of it, hey, what's your best tip? You could post about a mistake you learned from, a client lesson. You could post about a mini training you're putting together or that you did and you're really excited about how it turned out. You could post encouragement for other people, maybe a story, perspective shift, something behind the scenes. Everybody loves the behind the scenes. What about posting about tools and resources that you love? Trends you're noticing? Don't overcomplicate it. The key is being a human and engaging as a human with other humans. And also the key is consistency and presence. Now, I'm not saying you have to be in these groups 24/7, not at all. But we do want to be consistent every week, spending a little bit of time. and sharing our presence and our gifts and our talents, because people remember the people who consistently contribute. I'm going to say that again. People remember the people who consistently contribute. So this is where relationships deepen in Facebook groups and communities, not through broadcasting, through conversations. And that's one of the big reasons why groups are so powerful. Groups naturally create opportunities for DM conversations. You comment, someone responds, you continue the conversation privately. That's relationship marketing. And honestly, most sales today, I would argue almost all sales today are happening through conversations. And if you want help with DM conversations specifically, I actually have a freebie you can download. You go to tracybeavers.com/DM, D like David, M like Mary. And I've got a free cheat sheet there and a short training that'll help you craft your DMs. So here's the important part. If people discover you through Facebook groups and they click on your profile, your personal profile, because that's what shows up, what happens next? Does your Facebook personal profile clearly communicate who you help, who you serve, how you serve them, and that next step where somebody can join your email list? Because your Facebook profile and actually your Instagram profile, your LinkedIn profile, your Substack profile, your Threads profile, your profile on Mighty Networks, Circle, Heartbeat, Kajabi communities, it should showcase that, and it should function like a mini website. This is actually one of the strategies I teach inside my proprietary 8-week group coaching accelerator called Business Visibility Made Easy. I really want you to leave here today understanding this. In 2026, the opportunity is not more content. That's just noise. And content isn't what converts by itself anymore. The opportunity is more connection. We use the content to get us the conversation, to make the connection. And the businesses that grow are going to be the businesses that make people feel seen, supported, heard, understood, and connected with. And Facebook groups give you one of the easiest, lowest cost, highest relationship opportunities to do exactly that. Not chasing algorithms, but through just being a human. And if you want to learn how to turn your visibility into daily list growth, warm leads, and client conversations organically, I would love you to attend my next free live masterclass that I'm having next week. So YouTubers, grab the link to the free live masterclass. It'll be in the show notes. Podcast listeners, by the time you hear this, the live masterclasses will be over, but you can get on my VIP waitlist for the next time the doors open to Business Visibility Made Easy by going to tracybeavers.biz/VIP waitlist. And if you have questions about how we can work together, how I can help you, comment below if you're on YouTube, DM me, email me, podcast listeners, and let's connect, because I would love to help you. I've got something free for you that I think you're going to love. If you're ready to grow your email list and attract your consistent clients without relying on ads, go grab my newsletter. I share practical visibility strategies, simple list building ideas, and real world insights that you can actually use every single week, all with a lot of goofy humor mixed in. tracybeavers.biz/newsletter. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this episode. Send me a message, share it with a friend who needs to hear it today. And remember, you guys hear me say this every single week. Don't go it alone. Being an entrepreneur is freaking hard. Some days everybody wants to buy what you're selling, and other days you feel like nobody can remember your name. And if you feel alone in that, you are not. We all feel that way from time to time, whether we're just starting out or we're 15 years in and we're making a gazillion dollars a year. So get into a community of support, like a free Facebook group, like mine, for example. It's called Be a Confident Entrepreneur. You'll get more support than you could ever imagine. I want you to have a great balance of the week and weekend, and I want you to remember when one of us rises, we all rise. So that is why we have got to keep cheering each other on.